Hi everyone, welcome to Kenya News K. Now in this country, we are all aware that there is an exercise for recruitment and vetting for the position of principal secretaries. And in as much as this is going on, the senior counsel AhamedNasir a man who has been a close ally to President William Samoei Ruto, has come out with allegation that there is possibility that corruption has finally visited the Public Service Commission in this country as far as recruitment for these positions is concerned. Now, for those who remember, some time back, the Public Service Commission went on to advertise for the vacancy for position of principal secretaries, and in fact it was done in September 7th, 2022. The requirement was put there. They explained duties and responsibility, terms of service, and how to apply. So it was very clear for those who had an intention to apply. And they made it clear that all applications should reach to the commissioner on or before 20th September. So 20th September was the deadline for the application. Then later on 20th, they again extended the closing date for application to another date, of course 27th of September 2022. That means they extended that period with about 7 more days. Now, after this, about 1,507 Kenyans applied for the PS position. Remember, they only need about 49 people, 49 names only. And in fact, William Ruto has added more because President Uhuru Kenyatta had only 44, but Ruto has added 5 more to make it 49. So those are the only position that is here. But you can see the number of people who have applied. It shows there is no jobs in Kenya. After this application, the shortlist has 585 names. And the name ending on this list is someone by the name Zipporah Waithera Nganga. That is the name number 585. These are the people who have been shortlisted for vetting. Now, out of this, of course, as I said before, they only need 49 only out of 585. Now, according to AhamedNasir, this number has been bloated. It's like the Public Service Commission has added more people than what they had required or they had been advised to cut from the shortlist. So it means that the shortlist, they have added more names, and in as much as they were adding more names, they were taking bribes. And this is what he shared, if you allow me to go through it. By adding an additional 108 candidates into the shortlist for Office of Principal Secretaries, the Public Service Commission sadly confirms the truth that it took cash 500 Kenya shillings to 1 million to be shortlisted. Sadly, corruption gallon in PSC. That's the claim by the senior counsel AhamedNasir. So according to him, they were supposed to shortlist about 477 names, but they went further to give 585. So there was an addition of that. So in as much even he's talking about addition of those 100, still this number is still bloated, because now you will have 477, but they only need 49. Maybe this shortlist should have just been reduced to 100. But 447, then where do you take the rest? Or will you recommend them for other duties if they happen to come? And that is the situation in the Kenya Kwanza government. Now we are continuing with our discussion, but just a quick request. For those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing so that another time once I release another video, you will always get notified. So make sure you are subscribing. And those people who are looking for political analysis, then I can recommend you to visit Story Punchline. That is the place you can get the juicy political analysis. Get there and we are going to enjoy. And of course, on this channel, we are doing something a little bit different from the other side. Now, back to what we are talking about. If you check on the claims that AhamedNasir is making here, what we are all aware is that President William Samoei Ruto is in control of the government. That is the current president, the 5th president of the Republic of Kenya. And therefore, if anything will happen to this government, then the person who will take credit and blame, it is William Samoei Ruto. He is responsible for this government. And Ruto assured Kenyans that once he will take the oath of office, ataweka Biblia chini na aanza kudili na watu wa corruption. Alisema kwa Kiswahili, wakati atakula Biblia, ataweka Biblia chini, aanza kudili na cartels. So I'm wondering if Mr. President is still yet thinking or gauging if he should go for these people. Because we cannot put blame elsewhere. It will be rightly placed at the doorstep of William Samoei Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua, the people who are in charge of this government. So if AhamedNasir is claiming this, and of course it has been a close ally to William Ruto, I've seen them somewhere in a meeting, Uko UK. They have been meeting. So it means he has some information that is trying to expose just the rot in PSC. Then my question, and remember, I did an analysis on Chebukati's wife being among the people who have been shortlisted for these positions. And I remember I said something. And this is what I said. For you to get a position of principal secretary, or even the other one that they are going to create, this was zinakaa kama assistant minister, administrative cabinet secretary, CAS. For you to get those slots, if no one has approached you, I'm talking about close ally of either William Ruto, Rigathi Gachagua, Musalia Mudavadi, or Wetangula, if none of their close allies have approached you to tell you go and apply, then I say don't waste your time. Because these positions, of course, they are always dished out as a reward, and people who have already realigned themselves, they know already the people whom they want to give these positions. So going to apply is waste of time. And you'll find that some of the people maybe he's talking about, there are people who have been maybe approached by some of these close allies of these leaders. So maybe these are the people who are being asked for bribe. They're talking about $500,000 to $1 million. That is huge money. So you cannot just give all this money if you're not sure of a position. So already corruption has started. These are the people who are going to serve in these positions. But now you are talking about corruption here. You bribe to get a job. So what will be the first intention once you reach into that office? Definitely, the first goal and target will be to recover your money. If you gave $1 million, the first thing is to recover that $1 million. So we can smell corruption in William Ruto's government as early as this. The man who is talking about this is a close ally who has been campaigning for him on Twitter. He has been busy on social media tweeting about William Ruto. And that is the man who is now dropping the bombshell. So we are going to wait and see if this government is going to encourage corruption, if they're going to allow leakage of resources, and we are in a situation that even some Kenyans cannot afford meal. People are having 1 meal, 2 meal. Some people are sleeping on an empty stomach. But then you are bringing in a team that is prepared to recover their money. So I can agree with what senior counsel is talking about, because we are yet to see this team coming out clean. Thank you. See you in the next video, and let us meet in the comment section.